to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820. Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you. We promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now to learn more. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587. 1, 2, 3, now we're playing with the big boys. Gonna take it to the street, now we're gonna make a big noise. Gonna climb so high, now we're rising up. Are you ready now? Turn it up.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome back to High Tea with Kim and Alyssa.
Hello, hello.
The kettle is on, so grab a seat.
Yes. We're
We
here.
have missed you guys so much.
Yes.
So much.
Our glow up is happening.
Glow-ups are happening.
It's happening. Welcome, oh my gosh, to High Tea with Kim and Alyssa.
Yeah. It's Thursday. It's the best
It's
day
Thursday.
of the week. It's the best day of the week.
Hey girl. Oh, so we are just saying hi to everybody tonight. We're saying hi to you, friends and fam on Facebook Live, on TikTok Live. We're saying hi to everybody.
Yes.
Hello,
I
Quinn,
believe
my
we're also
little.
streamed over.
I'm
on
gonna just call her
YouTube.
my niece because she's so precious.
Yes.
What's up, Bradley? Hello, everyone that's on TikTok Live. Hello to whomever. Tammy over on the Facebook Live. What is up? What is up?
So you guys know the drill. Let us know what's in your cups
What's
tonight.
in your cup?
Alyssa's drinking water.
Boo.
I have water,
Mm.
but I had to celebrate, so I've got a little champagne to celebrate our
ready.
comeback. We had to take a small hiatus for some health reasons, but
Y'all,
we're almost to the finish line. I
we're
say
almost-
we.
Well, we are. It's a group effort.
It is at this point.
Cancer is not just it is like within my body, but everybody goes through it
Yeah.
because I'm not only just being transparent, sharing my symptoms.
Yeah.
Everybody's feeling it. It takes a toll.
Yeah.
And when you're like a super extrovert like me, oh yeah, everybody's
been
coming
hard.
down with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have. Yeah.
But yes,
Those like 2 weeks. I say 2 weeks that you were in the hospital. Like combined, I feel like it was that
combined,
long.
yeah, for
Those
sure.
were the longest 2 weeks of my life.
Oh my gosh.
Like I tried
Yes.
really hard not to text you because I just wanted you to rest and recover. I'm sure I bugged the hell out of your husband.
No? Oh,
Morning and
no.
night, I was texting him and checking in on you.
Yeah.
Like so much so that he jumped the gun on me the last few days and would send me the message in the morning like, hey, we had an okay night and here's what's happening for
Yes.
today.
It's
Before
been
you
crazy,
asked.
y'all.
And I'm sure my husband was annoyed because I was like,
And my
I
husband
can't
is
talk to my
not.
best friend, so I need to talk
Yeah.
to you about this super random retarded thing that you don't
Mhm.
understand, but I just
know.
need you to listen to it anyway.
Yeah, and my husband's not the social media person, so like, but y'all know I'm not feeling good if my phone is not like attached to me.
Yeah.
And I'm never rude to like people, like
No, that's
especially
me.
like nurses and doctors and stuff. I think at one point they were like coming in and they're like, we need to draw labs. I'm like, I really don't give a shit. I don't care. Just whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyways, all of that.
But we're back. We're over that little hump. We're still
Yes.
climbing up the hill, but
Yeah.
we're we're back.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting.
It is so exciting. So I need to know, like, what's all, like, everybody just share, like, what have y'all been up to? What's going on? There's so much going on with, like, life. And TV land and TikTok land and drama
Yes.
around Burleson. And
There's drama around Burleson?
well, not drama
I'm
necessarily.
so out of
but,
sync with what's happening in our own town. It's not even funny.
you know, like, I was telling our fairy godmother, Tiffany, that there, you know, some friends of mine went to a local restaurant. I don't even care if the name gets
Don't
thrown
call
out.
it out.
I won't call it
We're
out.
not going to
I'll
throw
keep
it under the bus. Yeah.
I won't throw it under the bus, but they're having kitchen issues. And so it's just been like, I'm curious. I'm like, what is up with all of this crap? And so it's been kind of like entertaining to watch. And then I'm also mad at Burleson because I thought we were getting a Shipley's.
Right. And it's a Hawaiian restaurant, which, okay,
Hawaii place.
Great Hawaiian food, I guess. But I was really excited
Fine.
about the possibility
Me too.
of having a Shipley's Donuts because I used to live in Arlington. And
Yes.
Shipley's was right there.
Shipley's?
Like we would go before school if we had time. Like it was
Shipley's is just
and I
it. It is
love
like
Shipley's.
the original.
I will say though, enjoy donuts down there on Renfro. Top tier.
Okay.
Top tier.
Oh,
I love
that
a
is
good
such
donut.
a Midwestern thing to say.
What?
Top tier.
Top tier.
I don't
Why
think,
is that a Midwest thing?
I don't know. You just don't hear a lot of Texas people say it.
Oh,
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
You know
Top
I'm not
tier.
from the Midwest, right?
Yes, I know, but
I married into it.
You
but
picked up a lot of habits
Yeah.
throughout the marriage.
It's been 15 years. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you're
what am
gonna
I
pick up
do? I'm
habits.
going to pick up habits.
It's fine.
It's
I
fine.
forgive you.
Okay. It's fine.
But yeah, there's that, and then oh my gosh, there's just I myself have had a day. I sounded drunk all day.
Yeah.
Uh,
At least you didn't put your underwear on backwards like I did.
no.
I didn't even change it. Like I was already hours into the day and I was like, oh man, I put my underwear on. Like we're in a public bathroom, like obviously separate stalls, but I was like,
Oh yeah.
oh man, I put my underwear on inside out. And not backwards. It wasn't
Yeah.
backwards. It was just inside out. And I was like, oh well, I'm not getting naked in a public bathroom.
Is where my life is at. Is there you don't trust anything, especially with your body. And I know y'all know where I'm headed with that. You just don't trust a fart because it happened today. And I scared her because she's driving.
I was driving. I was in downtown Fort Worth. Not, I mean, I know like the layout of downtown Fort Worth, but not the medical district.
Yeah.
And I was like looking for this street and she was like, oh my God. And I thought I was like, oh my God, did I just run over somebody?
I made her
like,
pass our exit.
I passed the street I was supposed to take. And
Because
it was,
I thought I was going to have a little air, a little flatulence. Turned out it was a little shatulence. And yeah.
Thank God I
So-
have like everything in my van.
So for the first time in 10 years or longer, she had a pad. I
Yeah.
haven't seen one of those in a minute, y'all.
Yeah. Well, I have a first aid kit that I keep in my car and I don't need them. That was from back when we were in
Yeah.
baseball. And if the moms ever needed, a pad or a tampon or whatever, I had an
Sure.
extra in case you never know.
Yeah,
when
you
somebody's
never
gonna need
know.
one.
But I had to
had
go to the restroom and I had to try to figure that whole thing out. It took me a minute. I was like, where do I pull the stickies
And while
off?
she's doing that, I'm driving up 9 levels of a parking garage.
Yeah.
Just so I can turn around and drive all the way back down to the bottom.
Because as soon
Because
as
we
I
were in
get
the wrong
my
spot.
I get my shit together, literally. I go look for the suite on the directory. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in a whole wrong building. So we had to go, oh my God. It was just a whole
It
ordeal.
was a mess.
It was a mess.
But like anything with us, it's
Yeah.
always a mess.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm woman enough to admit this.
You know?
Who hasn't had that happen? And if you haven't, you are one lucky sucker.
That's never happened to me.
You suck.
Okay.
But I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
But yes. Oh my gosh. So yeah, today was,
It was a day,
just
man.
a day. But I did take a nap. So hey,
Yeah. We had good
We
lunch.
on top of it.
was
and I'm
fantastic.
going to the movies tonight.
Yeah.
to see the
How to Train Live Action How to
live
Train Your
action
Dragon.
How to Train a Dragon.
I said that
So I'm getting excited because I'm hoping that CGI or whatever you call it.
right. Yeah.
I'm really hoping they're with this live action, and I think we talked about this maybe a little bit. I'm really hoping with this movie, How to Train a Dragon,
Mhm.
that the world of Hollywood
Doesn't mess it up.
well, they don't mess it up, but they're fine tuning the dragons so that we're gonna get our Fourth Wing
Oh,
movies.
yes.
So
Series. Oh,
I
however
want to
We're
manifest
manifesting
that. Yes,
Yeah.
because
So
I
that would
need
be-
my dragons.
We
I
need some live action Fourth Wing.
I need
man.
live action Fourth Wing. I need Taryn. I need Andarna. I need all the things.
All
And
the
if y'all don't know
things.
Fourth Wing, it's incredible set of books
We
by
love the
Rebecca
books.
Yaros.
Yeah.
And they are just awesome.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Quite literally.
Oh my gosh. So there's this old YouTube, this set of girls. I gotta take a breath here.
Don't get too excited. We're here for an hour. You got plenty of time. Talk slow. Talk like you're drunk. It's
Talk like
fine.
I'm drunk.
Talk
Oh
like
my
I'm
god,
drunk.
y'all.
Okay, so I have to say the new book that I'm listening to
Yeah.
is Caught Up by Nevessa Allen.
Mhm.
And me and my husband make fun of the way people from LA talk. Like, have you had the tacos in LA? And we get that from the show Letterkenny. Like that.
Oh,
That's
yes.
our jam. We
Yes.
love Letterkenny. And so when they make fun of it, so now every time we hear somebody talk like that, we're like, the tacos in LA. Well,
Yeah.
the main character has a friend and she talks like that. And I had to pause like in the first minute and a half in the book, and I had to laugh. Like the audiobook narrator is doing such a good job of how this girl really acts and how she, oh my god, are you kidding me? Like I love what she's doing with her friend's character, and it makes me laugh.
That's hysterical. I mean, everybody has accents, so we all can be made fun of.
And did you know apparently I do this weird thing?
Yes.
And I don't mean to do this weird thing, but like when I hear somebody talk
Mhm.
with an accent, I like mimic it.
Oh.
And I try not to be rude. Like it's not like
You want to test it out.
A syndrome.
I wouldn't even think you try to mimic it. I think you test it out. You
maybe.
It's
Yeah.
like you got to try it out to see how it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't
I don't
know.
see anything wrong with that.
I think it's weird that I do that. Not a lot of people do. But I also, there's people out there who are not road trip families.
Yeah.
They're also not cow collar families.
I was going to bring this up.
Like when you're on a road trip and you see a cow, you go cow.
Cow.
Apparently
Mhm.
there's some families out there who don't do that.
What is wrong with those people?
I should invite him to be a guest. Okay.
So
I get you next time, sir.
this is kind of a segue, not a segue, but I did want to ask this to everyone. Just for a fun, let's get back into it.
Mhm.
And I figured this would spur, obviously we squirrels, so figured this would spur on some
welcome to
funness.
the shit show.
This says, what is the craziest thing you believed as a kid? And I don't mean you can't turn the light on in the car while driving. I absolutely need you to embarrass yourself.
Oh no.
So I'm going to give you an example.
Okay, yeah. Let me hear some because I don't know. I did believe the car one. My mom always told me that she would get arrested if she drove
I
with
actually told my kids that.
I think I told my kids that because
Mhm.
my mom told me that, and it's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true.
So someone put, if I dug a hole deep enough, I would reach China.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then I thought the candy Boston baked beans were actually baked beans.
I love Boston baked beans.
I do too.
So good, and I haven't found them in years. I can't find them anywhere.
Yeah.
Like nobody sells them. So if you guys find the candies, Boston baked beans. Oh, there went my light. I would love them. Like I will send you my address just so I can have some Boston baked beans.
They have them at Dollar Tree.
Oh, never mind. I can go get them myself. Do they really?
Yes, they have them
I
at
feel
Dollar
such a
Tree.
moron. I love them.
They're so good. I always thought, and I don't think it was long ago that I stopped believing this. The whole if you swallow gum, it
Stays in your stomach for 7 years?
Yeah.
Okay. My family makes fun of me. And by my family, I mean my husband and my children. Because I still believe that. I am 38 years old. I will be 39 next week. And I believe, okay, I got one for you. A friend of mine, legit a friend of mine, not a friend,
Okay.
a legit friend of mine. She believes that there is a pouch inside your body called a corn pouch. Because when you eat corn, it comes out whole. She thinks that it goes into this pouch and it like regenerates itself and then it comes out whole. And I'm gonna call her out. Her name's Brittany. I will not say her last name, but her name is Brittany. She full on believes that there is a corn pouch in everybody's body.
Gosh.
I don't eat corn, so
I totally forgot to say hi to Renee. What's up? What's up?
How's it going?
I don't know if that's
and
what
Angie,
name you're.
hi, honey.
Yes, hi. I don't know if you're going by Renee these days. You'll have to confirm that because I want to like make sure
we're gonna call you that anyway.
We're calling you the right name. You know, I love how it's like people get to switch up their names sometime. Like you have like a really good middle name that you can like go by it. I don't either. Jean. Ew.
Anne.
I'm never calling you Anne.
My kids asked me the other day, Mom, what's your middle name? I said Anne, and he's like, that's dumb. It's just A-N. And I was like, no, honey, it's A-N-N. In which I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I couldn't imagine walking around being called Anne.
No, I could.
I don't look like an
my
Anne.
aunt calls me Jeannie.
Jeannie.
Like that's my middle name is Jean.
Well, my cousins always called my mom Lainey because my mom's name was Rolene, and they couldn't say that when they were younger, and one of them started calling her Lainey.
Okay, that's cute.
Aunt Lady.
You know what that makes me think of?
The
movie.
They call my dad. You want to know what they call my dad?
What?
So my dad's name is Dan.
Okay.
They don't call him Uncle Dan.
Oh God.
They call him Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant
Dan. And they say it with the Lieutenant Dan.
Oh my gosh. Lainey Boggs. The name of what's her
Lainey
face
Boggs.
on She's All That.
Oh, that is her name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you still believe
yeah, the gum thing.
The gum thing.
I won't say like currently right now, but like I did up until like a couple of years ago when my husband was like, "You're stupid." And I'm pretty sure he called me that. It's all in love, but whatever. I don't know if there's anything from it that my parents told me that I just like full on believe. Oh, I got one.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, like the big, my mom called them searchlights.
Okay.
Like the big floodlights that they'd have like outside like a
Sure.
a red carpet event that like sway back and forth and they put the big beacons up in there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, we were driving and I guess there was one at like a haunted house. And I was like, Mom, what are those? And she goes, well, those are the searchlights for kids who are out past their bedtimes. And I was like, but it's past my bedtime. She's like, no, it's okay because you're with me. But if you're not with me, those are the lights that are looking for you. I had to have been like 6.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God.
I believed up until not too long ago that the tongue ulcers you get were lie detectors, lie bumps.
I've heard people call them that before, but I didn't believe
like
it.
if you lied, you were going to get a tongue ulcer.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people call them lie bumps before, but I didn't think that.
Yeah.
That
it took me years to believe otherwise.
Years,
y'all. Years.
I'm telling you.
I think that's the most crazy.
Yeah.
Clint says I believed that my mom really had eyes in the back of her head.
Oh, I tell my kids I have superpowers.
Yeah.
Because our house echoes. You know, we've got the hardwood floors.
Yeah.
We're on a pier and beam foundation. Like I can hear what they're doing. And they're not as quiet as they think they are. I have the loudest children on the face of the planet. Like they're just extremely loud. And so they'll start doing something and I'll, don't you? How do you know? Because I have superpowers. I got them the day you were born.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if they believe me, but I tell them all the time that I have superpowers.
Asher thinks I can see through doors and he forgets I'm just looking through the crack.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Especially today.
What does Angie say? My mom says, used to say there was a mean lady that lived across the street named Hilda that had what? What does that say? I don't have my glasses on. Had goats and they eat your clothes if you didn't behave. Does that say goats? Like a goat? A goat will eat your clothes. Them things will eat anything. Oh, I got a text message.
A lady that lived across.
Oh, I will say that the first street that I ever remember living on, we lived like 5 houses down from the end. And there was a really mean old lady who used to get pissed because she was the last house on the street. So we would ride our bikes up into the driveway to turn around.
Mhm.
And to this day, I am not convinced that she is not a witch.
I
She
think
was
every
the
city has one.
crotchety,
house.
oldest,
Mhm.
meanest lady. Like
Yeah.
she'd get pissed when we'd ride up in her driveway.
There was
And so, of course, we would do it to piss her off.
I think there was one house that had like a chair on the roof, and we thought it was like a witch
Yeah.
lady that was like
The shoes on the telephone lines.
Mhm.
I forgot where I was going with that.
I thought that was like a good luck thing.
I thought it was a drug thing. Does anybody want to clarify what the shoes over the telephone wire?
I forget what that means.
I don't know.
I think that people, I don't know.
I don't know what that means. There is a meaning behind it.
Yeah.
But I think
Totally.
it's drugs. Oh, there was an old lady in Fort Worth named Agnes Alyssa.
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
that's right, Angie.
That's funny. So I name things.
Mhm.
Like I name my car. I name,
Oh yeah.
my plant in my bathroom, the only plant that I haven't killed yet. Her name is Agnes because she's an old lady now. She has babies.
Aww.
And they're in my kitchen windowsill.
Yeah.
I had to propagate because she was starting to hang down into my bathwater and I couldn't
Who
have
doesn't name their car? I think everybody does.
I do. I
Yeah.
call my van is Bertha.
Yep,
'Cause
my
she-
van
she
was
got a big
Bertha or
booty.
Bessie. Oh, Bessie.
She got a big booty.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that I hit somebody with.
Oh my gosh, she totally hit somebody.
Monday was the most Monday of Mondays ever in my life, you guys. I woke up. I didn't go to sleep until like after midnight. And I'm like a little old lady. Like I go to bed at like 9 p.m., 9:30 at the latest. Like even if I'm like laying in bed and reading, I make it a point to close my book at 9:30 and turn the light off.
Yeah.
And so there were storms rolling through and I was just about to turn the TV off and the sirens started going off.
Oh yeah.
And so then I was like, okay, well, we're not technically in the tornado warning. So I'm just going to watch this for a little bit longer. It was after midnight before I went to bed. Well, I get up every morning at 5:15 when my husband gets up to get ready for work. So I can make coffee and pack his lunch and all of that. And then I usually go back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I don't have to be up for like 2.5 hours to get ready for school.
Yeah.
So I went back to sleep. And right as I'm falling asleep at 6 o'clock, my husband calls.
Oh,
hey,
the
I
worst.
forgot my wallets in the house. Can you run them outside for me?
You're like, no.
Yes, sure. Yeah, I will because I'm a good wife and that's what I do. So I took his wallets out to him and I went back inside and I laid down and I got up at 8:15 and I'm in there and I'm doing my makeup and all of a sudden I remember, holy crap, I have a quiz that I have to take before 10 a.m. before my class starts.
Yeah.
So I stop my makeup halfway through and I'm not even fully dressed. And my kids are like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, don't talk to me. I go and I do my quiz. I did not do hot on my quiz, but it's fine. There was a loophole.
Yay.
Anyways. And then I go to class. I'm just in a shitty mood.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired. I didn't do well on that quiz. And then I'm like, okay, I have got to go by Walmart. I was like, I need colored pens and highlighters and note cards because this class is kicking my ass.
Yeah.
And as I was leaving Walmart, I drive a minivan. It's big. She got a big booty Bertha.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked around and I didn't see anybody. I even looked in my camera and I didn't see anybody. And I back up and all of a sudden I feel my van bump and I'm like, oh my God, what is that? And I turn and I look and there's a man walking and my window was down and I was like, oh my God, I just hit you. I am so sorry. I'm not laughing. I'm like internally like freaking out, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And he's like, no. He's like, I didn't see you. He's like, I was on my phone. He's like, I didn't see you. You clearly didn't see me. He's like, you didn't hit me. He's like, I put my arm out and hit your car. And I was just like, oh, I'm going home and laying in bed because that's the only safe thing for me to do at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
it was bad.
Yeah, I would have done
Sorry.
the same thing.
I got lip gloss on the microphone. But it was that was the most Monday of Mondays ever.
Oh,
it was awful.
I'm not looking forward to a Monday of Mondays.
I don't want to have one
I
again
mean,
for a while.
I had,
Oh, who said what is her? I can't say her.
Tammy.
Tammy.
Gang
so she says,
territory,
gang territory
drugs.
drug memorial milestone. See, so I was right with the drugs.
Okay.
See,
Interesting.
I know things.
Yeah, that's crazy. Next week, I'm definitely
know
going to
things.
ask a different question, so I want y'all to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been seeing a lot of these.
Are you going to ask it now so we have a week to think about it, or are you going to wait and we'll post it so we don't talk about it now?
What do you think?
I don't know. Is there a tissue over there?
Yes.
Can I have one, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
No, I'll give y'all a week to think on it
Okay.
because, it kind of takes us some time.
Okay.
But another question that's been floating around TikTok is I want to know some of y'all's most intrusive thoughts.
Oh no.
Unhinged.
I have so many.
Yeah, we have so many like every day.
Can I tell you one that my
Tell me
husband
one now.
my
Well,
husband
let's give examples.
my husband acts on his intrusive thoughts. Let
I
me tell you
love
about the
this.
one time he I don't know how to say it without being crass, but we call it a cunt punt in our house. This was years ago. Like, I don't even know if we were married at the time, but he was standing like facing me and we were like getting ready to go somewhere. And he like lifted his leg and like pretended he was going to kick me. And then at the last minute was just like, pow, like as hard as he could.
Oh my gosh.
We still talk and laugh about it.
Yeah.
Like, and like as soon as he did it, he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, Brayden, the intrusive thoughts, you cannot act on them.
Yeah,
you have to keep the inside thoughts on the inside.
Yes. Yes.
But it was so surprising that he did it. Like, I don't know, that man and his intrusive thoughts. Yeah, they happen in the middle of the night, and he likes to ask for bread in the middle of the night when he's asleep.
Oh.
While he's standing over me, leaning over my legs. Like he's standing on the outside of the bed, leaning over my legs.
Yeah.
And I woke up and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I want some of that bread. And I was like, would you lay down and go to sleep? Because I had baked bread earlier in the day. And I was like, lay down. And he was like, okay.
Oh my God.
That was scary. And I was like, oh my God.
That is scary.
Why? Go get bread if you want bread, but stop standing over me talking about it.
Yeah. Like, so be thinking about like these intrusive thoughts.
I know I've had some.
Because people be saying dumb shit. And I know like inside of our brains, we're like, seriously?
I have no filter.
Seriously.
I have no filter. I have a filter, I think, up to a point.
Yeah.
And then it's...
Or like when I talk about being lightheaded, people are like, oh yeah. I was like that the other night when I had like 6 margaritas. I'm like,
you're like, great. I was just sitting here.
Cool. On that note,
stick around.
Yes.
Refill your drinks. We have so much more to come. We will be right back.
Yes, we will.
Are you ready for this?
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your books in all major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
1, 2, 3, now we're playing with the big boys. Gonna take it to the street, now we're gonna make a big noise. Gonna climb so high, now we're rising up. Are you ready now? Turn it up.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Welcome back to High Tea with Kim and Alyssa.
Oh, yeah.
So glad you guys have stuck around. I hope you refilled your drinks because it is time for Alyssa.
Oh,
She
my
has got
gosh.
some big time reality.
Guys.
She has been saving it up. And when I say saving it up, she hasn't even talked to me about it.
Y'all, I
That's
have,
big.
because I've been in the hospital, what have
You've
I
had
gotten to
nothing
do?
else to do.
Catch up on all the shows, all the crap.
Yay. Okay. Spill it.
Okay, so obviously there's a couple of shows out right now. So we've
Right.
got Battle Camp on
Netflix.
Netflix.
I did watch
which
that. That was good.
It's been going pretty good. Some drama there. The game was interesting. I loved seeing past reality stars.
I like that it was reality stars from, and some of them knew each other and some of
Yeah.
them didn't, but had watched their shows, so knew how they played.
Yes, I do
that,
like that.
I liked that interesting aspect
Yes.
of it. Yeah.
I don't think I'm all the way caught up because I'm at the episode where Avery the blonde, she outwardly said and thought, it's the one where she sat on the balloon and they
Oh, the spelling
Spelling
bee.
bee.
Mm-hmm.
and she outwardly spoke that maybe throwing the competition would be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then she like projected that onto another player,
Yeah.
and ultimately it backfired on her. So I was
I was
like,
like, how do you misspell this word?
and so then I was just like, why are people not seeing projection?
She was like very manipulative.
Yeah, because if
in
you're
that. I
going
didn't like
around
her.
and you're making these accusations,
yeah.
most likely you're projecting.
Yeah. And she was. And she, from like the get-go, was like, everybody's after me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ain't nobody saying your name.
So Battle Camp's pretty good so far, y'all. It's cute. It's
the
fun.
thing that I really liked about Battle Camp is that, yes, you could be nominated for eviction, expulsion, removal, whatever. But it was the fact that your one vote only got your name on the wheel, and the wheel, it was chance
Yeah,
that you
for
got.
real.
I liked that
Me
aspect
too.
of it.
Me too.
Your name could be up there 10 times or
Yeah.
once, and you could go home.
Yeah,
I
do
I
like
liked
it.
that.
I do like the chance.
Yeah, I liked the wheel.
Love Island season 7.
Okay, now I need you to explain to me, Love Island, are these past like Bachelor, or
Mm-mm.
that's the Bachelor in Paradise?
Yes,
That's a different thing. Love Island is just
young
bunch of
ass
singles
20, yeah, single
and
20-year-olds that
thrown
are
onto
all,
my- so it's kind of like Real World, but
yeah, but
they're there to hook
they
up.
get matched up, and then like they do challenges because they want to win America's votes.
Okay.
But then every couple of nights they have to like read, the guys have to decide if they want to couple up with the same girl or switch it up.
Okay. I have not watched Love Island.
And it's really good. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of like little things that throw it off everyone. The people in there, yes, cheers.
That was for you guys.
I love it. There's a lot of drama, and I do love it for that.
Right.
So the first night,
Mhm.
one of the girls got kicked off.
I had seen a couple of things
Yeah.
that, like the producers came and like woke her up in the middle of the night, was like, you have to go.
Yeah,
Because of some podcast that
she
she
dropped
did.
the N-word
Oh,
several
I didn't know
times.
nothing like all the TikToks that I said,
Yeah.
that I saw didn't say why she was getting
Mhm.
kicked off, but they were like, you know what you did, you have to go. It's because of
Because
the podcast.
you have to, you're supposed to like sign all these like nothing will come
Right.
out about, you know,
Right.
all that stuff.
Like, I'm a good girl. This is all the things that I have
Yeah.
not done. Yeah.
Nothing that will make the TV network look bad.
Look bad. Okay.
So she got kicked off. It was very quick. But yeah, there's a lot of girl drama. I mean, it's really good. Like, and I
Okay.
do like the girls. A lot of the last couple of seasons, the girls are girls.
Is this the USA, the Love Island USA that
Mhm.
you're watching? That's on Netflix, right?
Peacock?
Peacock. What is on? Maybe I'm thinking of Temptation Island.
Love is Blind is on Netflix.
I know Love is Blind.
Temptation Island, I think, is on
Okay.
Netflix.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. And that's something completely different than.
Yes.
Okay.
But Love Island is expanding their brand.
Okay.
And they are coming out with a Love Island Beyond because I think season 6 was a overall fan favorite.
Okay.
So they're actually following that group of people to LA or to New York or somewhere where they're all living. And so we're going to get to see more of them and more of their drama. So that's going to be really fun.
Fantastic.
So I'm really excited about that. And then guess what starts very, very soon?
In July or August?
July.
The end of July. Big
Brother
is coming back.
Yes. So ready for Big Brother, y'all.
We will be spilling all the Big Brother tea.
Yes.
I know a friend of mine, he's local here.
Mm-hmm.
He's a musician. His name is Andrew Dolan. If you guys don't know him, he actually went to the open casting call and he met Quinn and things like that.
Yeah.
You guys follow him on TikTok.
Oh, he's
has
really
an
good.
Amazing voice.
He really does.
I will have to tag him in one of my videos.
Maybe we can.
I am Dolan. We need to get him in the studio.
Yeah, we do.
He's been in Nashville this past
Heck
week with his
yeah.
wife at the CMA Fest.
So yeah, we are definitely excited about that. Bachelor in Paradise is coming. I think July or August.
Now, Bachelor in Paradise are past contestants, like
past bachelors that didn't
make
it. Yeah.
Okay. You know, I struggle with the Bachelor and Bachelorette.
I know.
I've tried a couple of seasons. I did follow the Golden Bachelorette. I will do the old people. That sounds so bad.
No.
I'll do the old people.
Golden Bachelor.
I like them because they're very like
sweet.
encouraging. Yeah. There's not like the backstabbing
for real
cattiness
it's so
to it.
cool.
I don't know why, but I do like the Golden Bachelor and Bachelorette.
And then all the drama and all the happenings with Secret Lives and Mormon Wives too. Oh, guys.
These ladies.
Oh, my gosh.
Ladies.
And the cliffhanger ender of season 2.
But wait.
Okay.
Before, because you have finished season 2, I have not.
Mm-hmm.
I left off. It was after the Halloween party.
Okay.
I saw Whitney's baby shower.
Okay.
And the ones who went to Whitney's baby shower, and then the ones who went to Jesse's house for the hibachi night. That was the last episode I saw, and I don't even think I finished that episode because life.
Okay.
So that was like all I have seen.
Okay.
And can we talk about Layla's boob job?
Sure.
Okay.
Do it.
Homegirl got her boobs done. More power to you. But in her, I call them talking heads, in her like confessionals, it feels like she's like her arms were like reattached to her back and her boobs have taken over. Like it looks weird. They should have sat her in a different position, I think.
Yeah,
it looks very weird.
Disproportionate.
But like when she's like walking and stuff, she looks normal. But when she's in those talking heads, it looks really weird.
Yeah, season 2
is scandalous. You can tell me. It's fine. I'm still gonna watch it.
Whitney is coming back.
I know Whitney is trying to make a comeback.
Michaela and Taylor after each other.
Michaela and Taylor.
No, I mean Michaela and Whitney.
Oh,
sorry,
I was
Michaela
like, what happened
Whitney.
with Taylor? Yeah, Michaela
Demi
and
and Taylor
or is it Demi and Jen?
Well,
because they're
all kind of beefing.
That well,
Jesse and Demi are supposed to be best friends, and they're
are they getting after it?
They're getting after it because true stuff is coming out between them too.
Ooh,
yeah. So there's that. Well, so
okay,
I will do spoiler alert.
Yes, spoiler alert.
Season 2 ends
on a cliffhanger. Of
the cliffhanger is,
oh god,
Demi, totally having a full-blown affair with what's his face
From the
that
villa
she
in
made
Italy.
out with at the villa at Tom Tom.
In Italy.
Apparently, they have slept together multiple times.
Well, and then Macy, you know, she has that like sinful confessions thing that
Yeah.
people can send. Somebody said that they had slept with Brent, which is Demi's husband,
Mhm.
while she was in Italy.
I
And
don't
I don't
know.
think that was ever. It was brought up at a couple
It's
of
brought
different
up, but
points,
they
but I don't
never-
think anything ever like they were more after.
I don't think they go back to that.
I
the
don't
rest of
think
the
they
season.
do.
I don't think so.
Maybe that's going to be a season 3.
So yeah, and then TikTok is
Mormon
obviously there's still more.
wives.
There's so much drama.
Follow all the Mormon wives, you
Yes,
guys.
it's
It is
so fun.
good to see.
On other news,
Yes.
the Justin Baldoni Blake Lively
Oh Lord.
case has been dismissed. It's thrown out. It's
As
done.
it should have been.
Yeah, exactly.
I never really watched or got super deep into it, but
Mm.
apparently Blake Lively didn't like how he was acting on set.
Yeah.
But he was playing a character, and apparently he was not like that when they were not filming and they were not, and she was traumatized by it all. Like it was a whole weird thing, and it kind of seemed attention grabbing.
So
to
much
me.
so, yeah.
I don't know.
Crazy.
I feel like, you know, there was that incident in Waco not too long ago with Blake Lively and those
Mhm.
girls who were not even filming her, but they were filming the hotel that
yeah.
they were in, and her, not her paparazzi, that's not the right,
Mm-mm.
but her security was like, you have to delete your videos and blah, blah. Like,
I know.
honey, you are
Calm
a
down.
celebrity. You are going to get filmed without your consent, without your knowledge, anywhere
all
you go.
the time.
I feel like at this age in your life, you know that that's going to
Mhm.
happen.
Yes.
So, and yeah, you may not want it to, but just go on about your business. And
Yeah,
just go into your
exactly.
hotel room.
Just
You
do-
know, like
yeah.
it's a whole thing.
So I
Yeah.
don't know if you remember the show or even ever watched it.
Okay.
Some other reality stars. The Floribama Shore.
I did not watch that.
Okay.
I watched Jersey Shore, though.
I love Jersey Shore. I follow
But
them.
I didn't watch the Florida Bama
So
Shore.
one of the cast members of Floribama Shore, Kirk,
Okay.
he was the black guy that was like super sweet, super awesome.
Okay.
He passed away,
Oh,
which is a huge detriment.
okay.
Well, the rest of them are actually going to do a little 4 to 5 day cruise, filmed, fun and drama and all the things.
Oh yeah. Of
So I'm
course.
excited for that
Of
to
course
come out
we're
for
gonna film
them.
it.
And I'm sure it's going to be really sad because Kirk's not going to get to be on there, but I'm
Right.
excited for that for them.
Okay.
And then the whole drama.
Is that
with,
one that I need to watch?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's cute.
Where can I watch it? Is it on Netflix?
It's probably Netflix.
It's probably or Hulu.
Do you have Hulu?
I-
Oh yeah.
have
You have it all. So
I
yeah.
was so mad the other day.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna squirrel for
Sure.
a moment. So we were going through our bank account and our subscriptions and things, and I'm like, why can't everything just be on one streaming network? And I
know.
like went off on this tangent. My husband was like, babe, that's cable.
And
I was like,
gosh.
Fuck you. It should still be one streaming service, all the things.
All of it.
I don't want to pay for Paramount. I don't want to pay for Peacock. I don't want to pay
I
for Netflix. I don't
know.
want to pay for Hulu individually. Make it one lump sum and let me stream everything.
I know. I kind of miss TiVo. Or
I
like
never had
DirecTV.
TiVo. Oh, no, I
DirecTV.
think we did.
Where you record, you just have it recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I miss that too.
Anyways, okay. Back to
Okay.
your reality. Sorry.
Billie Eilish
I know.
having a boyfriend
Oh, she has a boyfriend now.
during Pride Month when she was not hetero. I don't know that she ever claimed that she was fully gay.
I didn't know she claimed she was anything.
I don't either, but people are very upset about it.
Let the girl live her life.
I
I
know.
like Billie Eilish. I like
do
her
too.
music. I was just jamming out to Bad Girl before I pulled up to your
love
house.
Billie Eilish.
I will say she. Nope, can't say that. Okay.
And then the last show I'm going to mention just for now until because I want to go into more, but I'm going to save breath and energy.
Oh yes.
New one that started yesterday, The Snake.
And that's on Fox, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So
I watched the first like 15, 20 minutes with you. It's
good so far.
It's so weird.
It's gonna be
interesting.
I'm gonna keep up with it. I like where it's headed, kind of.
You like that there's a girl named Alyssa on there.
Yeah, but she's a freaking OnlyFans
an OF
creator. She's a hoe. She's nasty. Ugh. Anyways,
I don't have anything to say
but
about that. We will have more about that next week.
I'll be able to
wanna
get a
watch
better
it.
vibe of all the players and be able to like really
After next
assess.
week. And we think it comes on Wednesdays because you caught the tail end of it yesterday.
Yes, last night.
Yeah. So Wednesdays.
I
on
do know who
Fox.
goes home in case you care to know. Or
I don't tell me.
Okay. But there's that. That is my
reality.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for
Yeah.
spilling. Are you ready?
Oh my gosh, I'm so ready for Am I the
Asshole?
Yes, let's hear this story.
Okay. Am I the asshole for saying that my brother-in-law and his future wife can't sleep in our bedroom while we host them on their honeymoon? Okay, let that sink in.
Okay.
You're hosting a newlywed couple on their honeymoon and they want to sleep in your bed.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm a 35-year-old female. My husband's a 36-year-old male. Are fortunate enough to live in an area of the world that is very beautiful and as a result, frequently visited for honeymoons. My brother-in-law, who's 30, and his soon-to-be wife is 28, are getting married in August and want to honeymoon in the area where my husband and I live. And they asked around a month ago if they could stay with us on their honeymoon. We agreed. They're family and they're also tight on funds. We're happy to host them. However, they asked my husband, oh, where's the other one? Hold on. There's two pictures. There's two screenshots.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. So, however, they asked my husband last week if they could stay in our bedroom on their honeymoon. We have 2 bedrooms in our home. Our guest room has an air mattress that is used for when friends and family stay. Otherwise, it's my work from home office, hence why we don't have a typical mattress in there.
Okay.
My brother-in-law didn't really get into specifics of why they didn't want the guest room bedroom air mattress. I know why.
I mean, I
know why. Hold on. There we go. But the gist seemed to be, we don't think an air mattress is honeymoon appropriate. You're going to pop it. That's why. When my husband asked about it, I was honest with him and said I wasn't comfortable with his brother and new wife sleeping in our bed on their honeymoon. My husband agreed with me.
Yeah.
Apparently, us saying no to this request has caused some issue with my husband's family, particularly with his sister, who's saying we should just let the brother-in-law and his future wife stay in his room as it is their honeymoon and they shouldn't have to sleep on an air mattress.
Oh my gosh.
We love everyone in this scenario, especially brother-in-law and his future wife. We don't want to cause a rift. So my husband is sort of leaning towards acquiescing. I can't even say it, to their request. However, I'm not down to change my mind on this. It's honestly really grosses me out because I believe that the reason they want our bed is so that they can comfortably bang during their honeymoon.
That's exactly
on a regular and not an air mattress. That is 100% why they want. I would
no. That's a hard no.
Hard no.
If you want to bang, go spend the damn money.
Spend the money. Get a hotel.
Get a freaking Airbnb
out on your honeymoon.
Yeah,
that's fine. But don't ask your brother to bang in his bed. We're not 13. I don't know how
that's so gross.
That seems a little low in age. Hey, Casey, it's NTX Radio.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
But I can't imagine being like going to my brother-in-law and being like, "Hey, we want to stay in your bed."
No.
Ew. I love my brother-in-law, but no.
I don't even want you banging in my house on your honeymoon.
Well,
I mean,
I can say my youngest was conceived in the basement at a friend's house.
But on your honeymoon?
Nope, Halloween.
Well, that's different.
And it wasn't just like, it was a finished basement. We had our own bed.
But
no, like that's weird. And the fact that the sister was like, just let them do it. It's their honeymoon. It's my bed.
It's my house.
My bed.
Yeah.
My house. They can stay here
Mm-mm.
or they can get a hotel
No.
or go somewhere else for their honeymoon.
Yeah. No.
I do not think she is the asshole in this situation.
No, not at all.
Absolutely not.
That is a boundary.
I mean, and I'm always the one in favor of like, ask the question. What's the worst they can say?
Exactly.
Is no, and you're in the same situation you're in right now.
Yeah.
So ask the question. The
Yeah.
worst they can say is no.
Yeah.
I think if somebody asked me that question, I would probably not tell them no. I would tell them to get bent, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah. No.
But you know,
that's
regardless.
disturbing on so many levels.
I thought that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Thanks for sharing.
Of course.
I love it so much.
I'll have another fun one next week. I love having these Am I the Assholes? And if you guys find a really good Am I the Asshole story, send it to me. DM the High Tea with Kim Alyssa page. You can DM me personally and I will read it on the air.
Oh, yeah.
I don't read these beforehand because I like to be surprised.
She does.
So, yeah.
And I do too. You get the better reaction.
I like the better reaction of this. I usually will read like the heading of what it is before I save them.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
That was so funny. Oh my gosh. People are so weird.
Can we stay in your bed for our honeymoon and eat tacos from LA?
Oh my God. That's so awesome.
So fetch.
So fetch. That's so terrible.
Oh my God. I know. I can't help
Gosh. I'm trying to think of what else has been going on.
I don't know, man. It's summer.
This weather's been.
I bowled a 135 the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, check out your girl. 135.
Oh
sure
my
did.
gosh. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
That's so cool. I'm so jealous. Can't wait to bowl.
I know. I love bowling. I think I might take my kids bowling tomorrow.
We
haven't gone at all this week. We went like almost every day last week.
Oh,
it's fun.
I love it. We'll see how I'm feeling next week.
Or we might. They really want to go see the How to Train Your Dragon. So I'm taking them to that.
Oh yeah.
My husband took him to Minecraft, so I've got to do the How to Train Your Dragon, which is fine because that was like mine and my oldest. That was like our movie back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Back in the day.
I do love it. Oh,
can I tell you something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go.
So, you've seen the second How to Train Your Dragon, right?
Yes.
So this is going to get kind of morbid for a minute.
Okay.
But the dad dies.
Yes.
Okay. When I die,
mm-hmm.
I want the speech that is said as they are pushing his boat out and light it on fire.
Okay.
I want that speech said at my funeral in a Scottish accent.
Done.
You find a Scottish man to read, or woman, I don't care.
Okay.
But to read that speech that they give.
Got it. Done.
When Stoic dies. I want that read at my funeral.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all heard it.
I do.
I've heard the request. We will make it happen.
Is it weird that people talk about their funerals?
No.
Okay. Or talk about like what they want to happen when they die?
No.
I thought it was weird when I was growing up. Like my grandma was like, don't ever put me in the ground or put me in the water. My mom didn't want to be in the ground, but my grandma was like, don't put me in the water because she couldn't swim. And I was like, well, you're dead. So what's it going to matter? But I get it. And then my mom was like, don't ever put me in the ground. She's like, I don't want bugs and shit crawling around in me. And I was like,
yeah, I do have that. Like, I don't want to be put in the ground because of that.
Yeah, my mom's on my shelf at home. It's fine.
Yeah.
Have you seen those like bring random items to work?
Yes.
There was one video. This one girl set out an urn.
Oh my gosh.
And then the other girl like lost it and turned around and it wasn't even her turn and she set down a bigger urn.
Oh my
and they all spit their water.
gosh.
They're like, who is that? She's like, it's my mom. She's like, it's my dad.
Oh my gosh. That's
I
hysterical.
was like, I feel like that's something I would do. Bring a random item. Here's my mother.
Yeah.
When I brought her home, she was in the front seat, in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Because I had to drive from Arlington
She
to Brooklyn.
fell over?
Hell no, I seat buckled her ass in.
Yeah, good.
And I got pulled over on the way home. And yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah. And the cop pulled me over and he kind of looked over there and he was like,
I would be like, it's her fault.
He was like, what? I know I'm going to regret this. He's like, what is that? And I was like, that's my mom.
Yeah.
And he's like, your mom.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. I was like, so my mom died and we got our ashes back. And that's half of her. The other half's with my sister. And I was like, I didn't want her to fall into the floor. So I seat buckled her in. And he was like, Okay. He's like,
go-
so you
go
were
ahead.
speeding. Slow down. I'm not going to give you a ticket.
Yeah.
And he like walked back to his squad car as fast as he could. Was
Pretty
like,
much.
oh my God. This
Yeah.
crazy lady's got her dead mother strapped into the seat with her.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's just how we are.
Yeah.
We
I
can't
didn't
help
want her to roll into the floor of the urn. It's round.
Yeah.
She would have rolled. And that would have, then I would have had
Well,
to
the cremation
chop
place
back her up. That would have
handed me my mom in a Walmart sack, and I was like,
it's like, yeah, you get them in a bag. Like,
I was like, what
it's
the hell?
weird.
It is weird.
It's weird. If you guys have never gotten the remains back of a cremated person, I told y'all this was going to get kind of morbid.
Yeah, don't expect anything like super like.
It is literally
sentimental.
like, it is like a thick Ziploc bag, and it is like zip tied, and it's got a tag with a number on it so that they know whose remains those are. And that's how they give your loved one back to you. I thought that was very weird.
You're gonna love this. I'm gonna need you to finish the show.
Okay, bye.
Because I can't trust a.
Okay, yeah, bye.
Can't trust me things.
She can't trust it.
Yep.
You guys get me all to yourselves for the next minute and a half. What are we going to talk about? I hope you guys realize that it's super awkward to sit here and talk to yourself, but I'm going to do it anyway. So yes, we were talking about cremating people because why not? But no, seriously, the police officer thought it was funny that I had strapped the urn into the seat next to me. But legit, I did not want her to roll into the floor because when we separated out her ashes, we were in her laundry room at her house with a like 1 cup measuring cup, reaching into this bag and scooping some of her ashes into her urn. And my dad is on the other side of the room taking selfies of us splitting up the ashes of my deceased mother. And we were laughing, and my nieces were outside the door like, what are y'all doing? And we were like, nothing. It was me, my sister, and my dad. Just the fact that my dad was taking selfies of what we were doing, it tickles me to the end of time. It will. You guys, we are about out of time for tonight. We are so excited to be back. We will be back next week. Don't go anywhere, and come back next week at 7 p.m. And remember, no matter what's in your cup, don't forget to sip it, spill it, and savor it.
From Burleson and Transmute to Godly, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.